Hi, I'm Dr. Aileen Murta and I work as a consultant child and adolescent psychiatrist. I've worked with many transgender young people and their families in Ireland, and I'd like to talk about some of the challenges these young people can face with regard to their mental health and well-being. You may have read some concerning stories or statistics, and I want to put these in context and help make sense of these for you. So trans young people are at higher risk of certain mental health difficulties such as depression, stress, self-harm, suicidal thoughts or suicide attempts. And a small number are at risk of developing eating disorders as they attempt to change their body shape. Sometimes these difficulties are linked with gender dysphoric feelings, but sometimes they're not. And it's important that these issues are identified and that appropriate supports are put in place to support the young person, as these difficulties are treatable. Whilst these statistics are true, it's also important to remember that being transgender doesn't automatically mean that a person will have negative health outcomes. Often these issues are as a result of a trans young person not getting the supports that they need or not talking about their concerns, rather than anything inherent to being transgender. Sometimes when a trans young person comes out as trans, they may get so caught up and focused on their gender identity that they may lose focus on important things like work, school or their hobbies. And we know that children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, are 7 to 8 times more likely to display gender variant behaviours. Please know that we're not saying this to scare you. It's just important to know that trans young people can be especially vulnerable to these difficulties. However, I've worked with a number of young people who don't have any co-occurring mental health difficulties at all. And it is important that young people receive ongoing psychological support during transition, if this is the route that they choose, to ensure that the right path is being taken for them and to optimise their mental health and resilience. So it's important to remember that trans young people are as diverse as all young people, and your trans family member may not face any of these issues. However, if they do, it's important that you're familiar with the issues and that support is accessed. And there is a full list of support services on this website and on the next page, and we have a list of things trans young people might consider doing to take care of their mental health. In my experience, family and schools and peers are really supportive in Ireland. And finally, it's important to know that a supportive family can go a long way in helping a young person to have a happy and healthy life.